Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Tiger 2. This tank was recently buffed in update 8.5, and this tank is back to its former self, I would say. This tank, about a year ago, was or maybe 2 years ago now, I think about it, was buffed significantly to become basically the most overpowered tier 8 at the time, and it was the king of tier 8. Since then, it's kind of been power crept some, and Wargaming has now buffed the tank again. So we're going to be looking at some replays here of the tank, and just talking about this tank and how amazing this tank is. The tank was never, even after the kind of power creep that it has received, it never was a bad tank at all. But it definitely was not quite as strong as it was at its best. The tank, though, has, I believe, gotten a HP buff by 50 HP, now to 1850, and as well has gotten a DPM buff. I believe they quickened the reload on this tank. Those were the buffs, and now you're having a 310 alpha gun with a 7.6 second reload, which is quite nice for a tier 8 tank. That is some pretty decent DPM for such a nice beefy heavy tank like this. So as you can see, of course, the Tiger 2, it's not the fastest of tanks, but it of course makes up for that with the fact that it has very strong armor on this tank. Now the turret is probably the weakest spot on this tank. The turret can be pinned if you turn it a little too much to the side or anything like that, and as well the hatch. But other than that, unless you are switching to premium, it's pretty hard to pin the lower plate on this tank. It's got a very strong lower plate in comparison to the upper plate on the tank, as you can see right there. But if you are a tier 9, you can pin it with sometimes your AP, if you have a high pin tank, and you can pin it with your APCR with ease, and even some tanks can pin it with APCR with ease. So it's kind of an interesting armor profile because it will be really strong everywhere, and then as soon as you reach a certain pin, it's really weak everywhere. So you got to know what tank you are facing, to know if you're going to be bouncing them easily or not. And if you're not going to be bouncing them easily, you don't want to, be poking out there with your whole hole extended. You just want to be with the turret, kind of peekabooing over a hill, kind of like this or something. But really none of these tanks can easily pin us, so we don't got to worry about that this battle. And we can use this amazing gun now to farm up quite a bit of damage on these tier 7s and tier 8s. As you can see, we're all the way to almost 2k damage already. And you can see with that only 7.2 reload, it really can tear through those tanks pretty well, with, of course, that 310 alpha gun. We have another Tiger 2 over here. Gonna get another shot into him for 334. So we've done a really good job here on this hill right here. Really haven't had to move the whole game. I'm gonna push in now, though, because we do have a Tiger 2 over there. And I thought that guy was gonna keep moving, so I kind of pre-aimed the shot. But yeah, he didn't, so unfortunately it just bounced on him. So we're going to rush down here on to this other Tiger 2. I think I was hoping I could get a shot there, but I could not. So we're going to pull around here, get a shot into this Tiger 2, and try to finish these guys off. Quite a few guys on our team do go down, so we are tied up right now. But I know that there's really no chance we're going to lose this because I'm almost full HP, and there's like 3 one-shots on the enemy team, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. You can see with Premium, since we are at an angle where we are above him, we can butter straight through his front plate with some Premium shells. And then you can see that Tiger 2 over there, I really can't pin. I might be able to pin his gun around his gun cheeks with Premium shells if I did aim in, but it really wasn't worth it, and it's just better to rush this guy. So as you can see, we're up to about 2.3k damage. We switch over to the Premium, and we can pin that upper plate. As you can see, the only other tank left besides this Tiger 2 is that Cruel Twist, who is only a one-shot, fortunately. It does get taken out by RWZ, and then this T-32 right here is going to finish the Tiger 2 off. So, a 3,800 damage game in the Tiger 2, which is quite a nice game for a tier 8. You can see, first class, only 1 kill, high caliber, metal as well. So we're going to get one more battle going here in the Tiger 2. And yeah, we'll keep talking about the tank a little. So this tank, obviously, like I said, was buffed a while ago to become one of the best tier 8s in the game. and since then, like I said, it has been power crept. But since this buff again, I don't think it's as strong as it was originally, where, you know, it was kind of the king of tier 8. I don't think it's quite back to that. There's a lot of really good other tier 8 tanks out there. I mean, stuff like a lot of the premiums, like the Chimera, or the Object 252U. You have stuff like that, and then even some tech tree tanks. I'm trying to think of a tech tree tank now. That's more OP. I can't really think of a tech tree tank. I know there's some great tier 8 tech tree tanks. I think, at least. I'm trying to think of something right now. I think it's mostly premiums, though. I think this still, honestly, is the best tier 8 tech tree tank. Now that I think about it, I think it's probably the best tech tree tier 8 tank. So yeah, I guess it is the king of tier 8 then. But we are going to be doing a nice farm over here. All of them went over that side, which was a very interesting thing. That usually does not happen. And fortunately, somehow we actually clear that FE301 before our Progetto gets cleared. So we are doing a lot of damage over here, farming up almost 1,500 damage already. I do spot that there is an Object 704 over here, so, you know, we're going to go for a shot on him. Unfortunately, it does bounce on him, and so I was actually kind of surprised this game. I say our team did a really good job this game with how, you know, how many people rushed them right there. That was an unfortunate shot right there. That was really sad that that missed right there. I really wanted that kill, but I am going to try to focus on this Chimera over here now, and the 704, because if I can do a 1v2 over here, keeping this much of their team occupied, hopefully my team can finish off the enemy team on the other side. So I really don't want to mess with this full HP 704. That's not really something you like to mess with when you're in a tier 8, because this guy can butter right through me. We are going to get a nice shot into this side, bringing us above the 2k damage mark. But we do now have a Chimera coming from one side and a 704 from the other. So we're going to get another shot into the 704. Unfortunately, this guy is going to pin us right there, and the Chimera is as well. We'll get a shot into the Chimera right there. We are still the 2-shot to the 704, fortunately, so we're going to try to get this guy out of the game, and I mess up my shot right there. Yeah, I messed up my shot. We are now a 1-shot, and I do get one more shot in here, and it's at this point I'm like, oh, dang it. Fortunately, that Progetto right there does kind of save my butt and kill that 704 for me, and now just this Chimera over here, who I am going to be able to finish off. This guy does not have anywhere close to as much pin as that 704, so he takes a while to aim in there, and I am able to kill him before he shoots me. So that was nice that we were able to stay alive. And that was a Progetto. Yes, that was the Progetto, just making sure I am not getting that completely wrong. But yeah, so that is the Tiger 2 pretty much after the buff from update 8.5. I say this tank is really strong. Again, this would be another, if you want to grind your tier 8 stats, this is a great tank to play it in. If you just want to have some fun in tier 8, like, this is a great tank to have it in. And if you want to play ratings and you don't really have any OP tier 8s, this is a great tank to play it in. So yeah, that is the Tiger 2, pretty much everyone. Nice 3.4k damage, 2 kills, first class again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.